Okay, here we go. Chapter 8, Free Jazz and the Avant-Garde. This is some of the most challenging music you will encounter this semester. Some people absolutely love this. Some of it's the style of jazz they listen to most. Some people find it a bit overwhelming. It's critical that we talk about it because it was groundbreaking. It was historical, and it opened musical doors for a lot of the things that followed, starting in the late 50s and particularly in the 60s and 70s. The absolute pioneer of the style is this guy right here, Ornette Coleman, his colleague Don Cherry. They made a series of astounding recordings that really revolutionized the musical world. One in particular was called The Shape of Jazz to Come, the tune Lonely Woman. And then a few years after that, they made an album called Free Jazz, a collective improvisation. And it was the two of them, another sax player, another woodwind, well, actually a woodwind player played several different instruments, another trumpet player, two bass players, two drummers, but nothing playing chords, no instruments playing harmony like a guitar or a piano. They went in a studio for about 4 hours and just very freely improvised with little prepared material. When they put the album out, it was so controversial, Downbeat magazine, for the first time ever, published a double review. One guy gave it 5 stars, and he said it was an absolute masterpiece. One guy gave it no stars, and he said, well, this is just fraudulent. This is garbage. You can't, what it was, it's pointless. This is just self-indulgent, basically. You can read the review for yourself and see what you think as you listen to the tune Civilization Day, which followed a couple of years later. It's right here. And then you meet John Coltrane, because John Coltrane branches out the older he gets into more and more free projects. You have the tune Jupiter from Interstellar Space, one of his late free jazz projects. Nothing can prepare you for it. Just sit back and listen. Again, tons of great dig deepers here. Cecil Taylor. We mentioned Ornette often didn't use piano or guitar because he didn't want anything implying any kind of harmonic movement. And yet one of the freest of all free players is this guy right here. Cecil Taylor is a piano player. He's absolutely fascinating. I recommend him to you highly. Again, tons of great links. There's a really cool documentary for him as well. Then we get into the broader avant-garde. And one of the avant-gardists, is that a word? It's the great Sun Ra. Sun Ra and his DX7 keyboard with the duct tape all over it. Gotta love that. Nothing can prepare you for Sun Ra. You just have to watch it and experience it. Really cool ad piece there. And we end the chapter with the Art Ensemble of Chicago. This also is an avant-garde band who branched out and did a ton of different things, but they're making more of a social, political statement. They took control of every aspect of their career. They formed kind of an artistic collective, and a lot of other people in Chicago and other towns began to do this and take more control back over the music they were creating and the art, the way it was presented, and they're an absolutely fascinating group. Again, tons of great links here. And once again, Free Jazz and the Avant-Garde today, because this music continues in a lot of different permutations.